Hello guys and welcome to Eddie's Empire. Remember to like, comment, subscribe and turn on your post notifications. Guys, as you can tell by the title of today's video, we're finally delving into the PerthSanta story. I'm really excited. You all know I've been discovering new BL ships like for some while. Even though I've heard of some, I really do not know them as a ship. So today I'm having a look at their story. We will still look at their moments, but today let's just find out how PerthSanta became. Make sure to like the original video. Oh my god, I love Blush's videos. Her name is Blush on YouTube. Her videos are so good. I did one for William S. I decided to do another one for Perth and Santa. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video.
In the world of GMM-TV, pairings can make or break an actor's career. Some couples take time to build chemistry, while others click instantly and become fan favorites overnight. And in 2024, one of the most unexpected yet intriguing new pairings emerged, Perth and Santa. But how did this duo come to be? How did a last-minute casting change turn into what might be GMM-TV's next big couple pairing?
I remember when the casting change happened.
Let's break down the journey of Perth and Santa, from their individual careers to their potential future together. By the way, I'm Blush. I love diving into the BL world. By now, I have quite a few
boy, support Blush. I love her videos so much.
So if you're interested, I'll link the playlist below. Don't forget to subscribe if you really enjoy these breakdowns. It really helps me out. Perth joined GMM-TV in 2022, but before that, his career had its fair share of ups and downs. He was part of multiple boy bands, but they either disbanded quickly or were one-time projects. His first appearance in a GMM-TV series was a guest role in Jimmy C's Vice Versa.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Never Let Me Go, where we were also introduced to Chimon as his love interest. Although not a BL, Perth's first lead role came in 2023 with Double Savage, a gritty drama alongside Om Pawat, tackling messy family dynamics and crime. But it was later that year when things really took off. Perth and Chimon, now an officially established couple pairing, were cast in
I love Simone so much.
A show that generated insane hype before its release. However, as the series progressed, many fans felt it didn't live up to expectations.
Oh really?
This isn't a series review, but a quick search will tell
you. I actually like Dangerous.
Still, the show cemented Perth and Chimon as one of GMM-TV's most promising pairings. Moving into 2024, Perth made a guest appearance in GMM-TV's Peaceful Property while waiting for his and Chimon's next big project, Perfect 10-liners. But if you've been watching the show, which is airing right now by the way, you might have noticed something. Chimon isn't in it. In July, GMM-TV issued an official cast change notice confirming that Chimon had withdrawn from the series and was being replaced by Santa. Even though this is a Perth and Santa video, Chimon's story is a crucial part of the puzzle. Later we come to find out that Chimon decided to take a break from the industry to focus on his mental health. This must have been a difficult situation for both of them. Perth's career was closely tied to his pairing, but obviously Chimon couldn't ignore his well-being. Another Perth, Australian Perth.
I love this Perth!
Pressure of being in a BL ship in Thailand's industry. If you're interested, his videos provide great insight into the expectations and emotional toll that come with it. Now, this is purely speculation, but some fans believe that Chimon wasn't entirely comfortable in BL roles, which was especially noticeable in intimate scenes. Meanwhile, in non-BL roles, his acting felt much more natural and he excelled. If that's the case, and if it was affecting his mental health, then stepping away was the right call. That said, there's no bad blood between him.
I have something to say. I really didn't like the idea that fans thought Simone wasn't comfortable in BL roles, like, cause if I remember correctly, there was this one interview right between Perth and Simone, and Simone was like, if it wasn't for Perth, he wouldn't have done BL. That means Perth was his exception. That means he felt so comfortable with Perth that he felt comfortable doing intimate scenes with Perth. That is why he decided to do a BL. He could have declined doing a BL, but he was like, no, it's Perth. Actually, don't mind kissing Perth. I actually don't mind shooting intimate scenes with Perth. So I will take up the role if Perth is my partner. Perth is the reason why the whole like doing a BL for Simone changed. Because if you remove Perth, which is the variable in this situation, I don't think he would have done any other BL. So people saying he was uncomfortable, I do not agree with that. I think he was comfortable with Perth. It's just that things happen. I just want to put that out there.
In Perth. Chimon actually made his first public appearance 7 months later at Star Olympics this past December, where he and Perth were seen interacting without any awkwardness. They were actually quite friendly. It's clear that everyone has moved forward without drama. Now that we've addressed Chimon's departure, the next big question is, where exactly did Santa come from? Earlier in 2024, Studio Wabi Sabi announced they were ending their artist management division.
Yeah, I remember there's a lot of artists like Boom Prem, Sammy Yad. Yeah.
Along with Sammy and Sudi Yat. Boone and Prem were already an established pairing, so their future was clear. But Santa, that was a different story. At just 21 years old, he had the potential for a long-running BL career, and GMMTV needed to find the right pairing for him. That's when fans started speculating. Santa already had main lead BL experience from
Kuhart,
where he was paired with Earth, also known as Kuhart. But the moment he joined GMMTV, people started buzzing about a potential pairing with Lego, a member of GMM's idol group, Lycan. Why? Maybe because both Santa and Lego came from idol backgrounds.
I want to put this out there. My best friend loves Lego. Like, she doesn't watch BL. I'm trying to get her to watch. Maybe one day I'll convince her and she'll react to some BL moments here with you guys. But she suddenly sent me Lego videos. I was like, oh my god, she's so into Lego. She's like, he's so fine. I just wanted to put that out there. So if you want to see my best friend reacting to like VL for the first time, just comment down below because I want to see that.
Speaking of which, in case you didn't know, Santa actually competed in NBC's
Yeah, I remember this era. He went with
show. That's right, before GMMTV
yeah?
was training to debut.
Right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't remember that one.
In May of 2024, GMMTV held its annual Love Out Loud Fest, an event packed with performances, fan interactions, and of course, all of our favorite couple pairings. By this point, Chimon was on hiatus, however, we weren't aware of it, but we did know that he wasn't feeling well and Perth had to appear solo. Still, he didn't let the absence go unnoticed. During his stage time, Perth even got the audience to cheer for Chimon, reminding everyone that his partner was unwell and needed support.
Y'all do not know how much I was such a fan of the Perth and Chimon ship. Y'all do not understand. Like, I liked anyone who watched The Gifted loved Simon. You will know how much we love Simon. He is a phenomenal actor, and I have spoken about how much I love Perth on this channel that I do not need to mention it again. So when I heard they were coming together to make a video, I was like, oh my god, two phenomenal actors. I was so excited. So nobody is a bigger shipper of Perth and Chimon than I was, but things happen along the way. It doesn't mean you being a former shipper of the other ship should go on hating the new ship. I love Sana. Y'all know how much I love Sana. I told you I love Sana since Wabi Sabi days, since before he started getting main roles. He acted in this project with Kuhat. It was just a short episode project. I watched that shit, so I love Sana. So even when Perth and Chimon sang and PerthSanta rose up, if you are not ready to accept it emotionally, which is acceptable because we get into these ships with our emotions and stuff, you're allowed to take some time to heal. But then going on to hate the new ship, what have they done? What have they done? Which is so bad. Take your time, heal, and come back. Just like how Simon took his time, he stepped back from BL, went, healed, and is now back, even though he's not in like the ship with Sana anymore. He's better, and they are still friends. And I love PerthSanta, so nobody should hate on my babies.
Following month in June, we received an official announcement that Perth and Chimon were no longer working together and that Chimon had decided to take a break from the industry to focus on his health. Up until now, GMMTV hadn't officially announced a new pairing for Perth. There were no major hints, no clues about what was coming next, but behind the scenes, things were already in motion. Perfect 10-liners was supposed to air in October 2024.
I was really excited to see Simon, but I think Sana aced that role. I cannot imagine it without Sana. I have not watched it yet, heart.
In July 2024,
I've seen some
GMMTV
clips.
finally made it official. Santa was Perth's new on-screen partner. Naturally, reactions were mixed. Some fans were stoked about the new pairing, eager to see how Santa would fit into the new role. Others, however, couldn't imagine anyone but Chimon alongside Perth. Regardless, it was happening, and ironically, some fans admitted that they weren't even interested in Perfect 10-liners before the casting change. Now, with a fresh pairing and a new dynamic, they were hooked. But with so much riding on their success, the real question remained, would Perth and Santa actually have chemistry? After the announcement, every Perth-Santa interaction became a spectacle, analyzed down to the smallest details.
Oh my god!
How they would click, but for a while there wasn't any official content featuring them. Still, the few glimpses we did get showed a
I remember seeing this video.
Playful dynamic between them.
The one on the
palette. To keep the speculation going. Then, November brought us even more. At the GMMTV 2025 lineup event, where all of next year's projects were announced, we finally got our first real look at Perth and Santa's first official series together, I Love You Teacher. And I'm sorry, I might be a little biased, but of all the 20 trailers released that day, their kiss scene stood out the most. The chemistry...
Wait, I need to watch this trailer again, because I remember watching it a long time ago, but the chemistry! I need to rewatch it.
They were also confirmed for a guest role in Me and Thee. Series, which, by the way, currently holds the top spot for most viewed trailer from the event. Then came GMMTV's Starlympics in December.
I really liked Shana's acting in Me and Thee. It was so good.
Performances and fan interactions. At the end of the event, there's always a special performance segment where the major pairings sing OSTs from their shows. And finally, we got to see Perth and Santa perform their OST for Perfect 10-liners. Their chemistry on stage, undeniable. The way they interacted, the playful glances, and the way they made it feel like they were the only two people in the room. It was exactly what fans had been waiting for, and the timing couldn't have been better. Around the same time as Starlympics, Santa and Perth's storyline in Perfect 10-liners was finally...
Oh, I need to watch Perfect 10-liners. I really do.
Perfect 10-liners is actually structured differently than most GMMTV dramas. Instead of one long, continuous storyline, the show is divided into 3 separate storylines, each following a different couple over the span of 1 year. In year 1, we got Forrest Book. Year 2...
I started reacting to Forrest Book.
Mark and Jr. Each story runs for 8 episodes, but all 3 take place in the same universe, and the characters' lives intertwine over the course of those 3 years. That means by the time Santa and Perth's arc started, fans were already hooked, and their Starlympics performance only fueled the excitement further. As mentioned before, both Perth and Santa have deep roots in the music industry. MTV artists is that whether you like it or not,
you have to sing. Yeah.
With that in mind, I honestly think they have the potential to go even bigger
than
these OST performances. They could have their own events like Gemini and Ford's Run the World that took place this past year. With their combined stage presence, musical talent, and growing popularity as a pairing, I think these two are about to take the industry by storm.
Period.
In the world of GMMTV,
Period.
pairings...
Oh my god, all I have to say about PerthSanta, Perth Chimon, as I said, I was the biggest Perth Chimon stan, and when the ship went down, I was sad. I'll not sit here and pretend I wasn't. I was, because we get so emotionally attached to these ships, but at the same time, Chimon was not well. I feel like people need to remember, depression is not, if you have depression, or you've had depression before, or you know somebody who has had depression or has depression, you know that it is not a small illness. So I'm glad he took that time to go leave the BL industry for some time and heal, and when he felt he was ready, he came back. And I appreciate the fact that there is now a PerthSanta ship, because just because we love the old ship doesn't mean we should hate the new ship. And behind the scenes, yo, they are all friends. They are all friends, and that's all that matters. And I really like PerthSanta, so I cannot wait to see more projects of them. Love them, and I'm ready for this journey. Anyways, this is where I end the video. If you want more videos like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and comment down your favorite BL ship, and I will check it out. Anyway, see you later.